In our syllabus, the one topic is blood product and plasma substituents. So here it is, introduction of blood products. So what is blood? Blood is a life maintaining fluid that circulate throughout the body. All we know that blood is present in every parts of our body. It is a fluid. Now component of blood which are located from donor for use in blood transfusion. Now blood having components like WBC, RBC, platelet, so many. So these components are collected from donor and it is transfused into another receptor person. Now product, most common type of blood product for the transfusion and used to increase the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. What are the role of blood product? So they are used for the transfusion, they are increase the oxygen carrying capacity of blood, help the body get rid of carbon dioxide and other waste product. All we know that in our biology we learned about the shuddha and ashuddha blood. So the blood is removing the toxic product waste material and provide the oxygen. 1 unit of PRBC equals to raise the hematocrit by 2 to 3%. So starting with the blood product, so first is FFP. It is the fresh frozen plasma. Plasma is the liquid component of blood. It has a protein called a clotting factor. Expands blood volume and provide clotting factors. Contain no RBC. 1 unit of frozen fresh plasma equals to increased level of any clotting factor by 2 to 3%. Now here this plasma, it has a protein and protein is known as a clotting factor which help for the clotting process of the blood. This plasma having no RBC. 1 unit of this fresh frozen plasma having the high level having increased in the level of clotting factor. Product, or we can say from the blood bank, we get this fresh frozen plasma according to need of patient. It looks like a creamy color. Next product of blood is platelet. First one is fresh frozen plasma. Second one is platelets, also known as thrombocytes, having the tiny structure and having the platelet in the process of blood clotting. Now these platelets required in the process of blood clotting replace platelet in client with bleeding disorder or platelet deficiency. Now in some person or in some patient there are the platelet deficiency, and due to that platelet deficiency the blood clotting is not occurring, and due to that excessive blood loss is done. If this kind of condition arises, so when we are not controlling the blood loss, so the life threatening condition and it leads to the death. So this platelet deficiency is covered by replacing the platelets in the patients. Now 1 unit equals to increase the average adult client's platelet count by 5000 platelet per microliter. So 1 unit of this platelet increase the 5000 platelet. This is the microscopic representation of platelets which help in the clotting of blood. Now next is whole blood. Whole blood, it is used for the whole process, or we can say when any patient having the life threatening condition of excessive blood loss during the hemorrhage or another condition like that. So not commonly used except for the extreme case of the acute hemorrhage. Whole blood is not always used in a similar or a small cases, but when acute hemorrhage is there, so have to use this whole blood, replace the blood volume and all blood product. By this entering into the patient, replace the blood volume and blood product. Now whole blood contain 100%. If you are giving 100% to the patient, so in that 100%, 55% is plasma having H2O, protein and waste solutes. Next, this 45% having the elements like RBC, WBC and other platelets. WBC having so many cells like neutrophil, basophil, eosinophil, monocyte and lymphocyte. So the whole blood contains this much of substances. Next blood component is autologous RBC. So used for the blood replacement following planned elective surgery, must be donated 4 to 5 weeks prior to the surgery. Now this autologous RBC are used in the replacement in the thalassemia like person. Next is albumin and plasma protein fraction. So blood volume expander provide the plasma protein. This plasma protein and albumin gives the plasma protein to the blood. Next is clotting factor and cryoprecipitates. So a portion of the plasma which contains certain specific clotting factor, and this used for a client with the clotting factor deficiency. It contains fibrinogen. Now we all know that for the clotting process, we need the fibrinogen, thrombin, prothrombin. So this kind of substance used for the clotting of blood when we have any wounds on our skin or our organ. So at that time we need this clotting factor to clot and stop the blood flow. Now this clotting factor and cryoprecipitates used in the patient or in the client which having the clotting factor deficiency, because the person not having the sufficient clotting factor, and that's why we have to give externally. Now function of blood, all we know that it give the nourishment to the body tissue, give the electrolytes, hormones, transport the vitamins, antibody, heat, oxygen. Now what blood carries? So it carries the waste material from the tissue, it carries the waste carbon dioxide from the tissue. Now we have to discuss about the plasma constituents. So the limited supply of plasma, the cost of producing dried form and the risk of transmitting serum hepatitis stimulated attempts to find out substituent of a non-human origin that could be used to restore the blood volume temporarily while the recipient replaced the lost protein. Here plasma substituents are used when there is a deficiency in the level of plasma in human being. It is produced by the non-human origin, because when we are producing using the human, or we can say human beings, so there are a risk of transmitting serum hepatitis. Now property of ideal plasma substituents. The same colloidal osmotic pressure as a whole blood. Whole blood having the osmotic pressure. So when we are preparing this plasma substituents, so this plasma substituent having the same osmotic pressure as whole blood. Now a viscosity similar to the plasma. Viscosity level of the plasma substituent is same as the plasma. Molecular weight is that much, so they do not easily diffuse through the capillary wall. Next is very low rate of excretion or destruction by the body. Now rate of elimination, rate of destruction, that plasma substituent is optimum, so they can excrete it out. Now, eventually and complete elimination from the body. Obviously, the waste plasma substituent should be eliminated from the body. Freedom from the toxicity. So, no toxicity is present in the plasma substituent. Isotonicity should be maintained according to the blood plasma, because if this prepared plasma substituent having different pH, so it cannot combine, or our body is not accepting this high stability in liquid at normal and sterilized temperature during the transportation and storage. So the stability of this prepared plasma substituent having high capacity to stand with the temperature and storage transportation condition. Preparation is easy and readily available at low cost. Now, example of that plasma substituents are the gum saline, polyvinyl pyrrolidone, dextran, absorbable homeostat. In that, absorbable gelatin sponge are available, oxidized cellulose are there, calcium arginate are there. Now, this gum saline is the synonym for the injection of a sodium chloride and acacia, in which it is official in the 1932 British Pharmacopoeia. So, this gum saline having sodium chloride, in gum saline, gum is acacia and saline is sodium chloride, and it is officially given in British Pharmacopoeia in 1932. Now 6% acacia and 0.9% of sodium chloride solution is known as gum saline, and it was transfused extensively. Unit of liver dysfunction disclosed that the gum was not metabolized but stored in various organs. Now this is used in the liver dysfunction disclosed. Polyvinyl pyrrolidone. Second World War. The German introduced a synthetic colloid, polyvinyl pyrrolidone, for the treatment of shock. So it is used in the treatment of shock in Second World War, and withdraw due to the suspect carcinogenicity. But this PVP having carcinogenic property, so due to that it is withdrawn from the market. Now next is dextran. So it is most satisfactory plasma substituent. It is polysaccharide produced when bacterium Leuconostoc mesenteroids is grown in a sucrose containing medium. Now we have the sucrose containing medium. From that we are adding the bacterium, this mesenteroids, and due to that polysaccharide will produce. The organism secrete an enzyme that converts sucrose to dextran. As organism is using for the preparation, so that organism secrete one enzyme, and that enzyme convert sucrose into the dextran. So the reaction is N sucrose gives N glucose H2O plus and fructose. Fructose is used by the organism, and glucose plus H2O is dextran. Different strains produce dextran of the two main group. Now we have used in this preparation is bacteria. So different bacteria having different strains, and due to that there are two main groups. First one is a long, practically unbranched chain of glucose unit joined by 1:6 glucosidic linkage, and second one is high branched polymer, which having the chain of 1:6 unit joined by 1:4 and 1:3 linkage to branch. So this group are divided into the two type, and this is based on the branched chain on glycosidic linkage and glucose unit. Thank you.